So good afternoon. Welcome back to another press conference reaction. Do subscribe if you're new. Do stick a like on the video as well if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. We're going to go through every single word of Mikel Arteta's press conference that he did yesterday evening in preparation for the Wolves game tomorrow. A massive game we've got coming up tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along for that. So make sure you come and join in. Even if you don't like me, come and join in, because I know you will watch me. So thank you very much. Thanks for boosting my channel up as much as you can by spreading all your tweets around about me as well. Always helps. It alerts people to the channel that have never seen it before. So very big thanks to everybody who does hate on me, because I really appreciate it. It's lovely. Didn't realise you all cared so much, babes, but there you go. But we are going to get into the press conference very shortly. Don't forget also, do download HOTMIC. I will be streaming the watch along tomorrow on HOTMIC as well. So use my code, the link's in the description, go and check that out. And like I said, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Thank you to everybody who's watching on Facebook and Twitch as well. And I will come back to comments in a minute. I ain't going to be able to see them while I'm reading this press conference out. But let's just get straight into it. We'll start at the top, obviously. What was most impressive about the Norwich win? Firstly, the consistency in starting to win football matches. The other one, I think the performance in large periods of the game completely dominated the game. And we wanted to a lot of things that we worked on, which actually happened as well. There are things still evolving and it has to be improved. And like the competitive side of the team, when we just give things to the opponent, when the game is under total control, that exposed us a little bit overall. But it was a very positive night, and it was a very positive night. It was the most comfortable win of our season so far, biggest win of the season. And I know we had a couple of gifts in that game. Both of Aubameyang's goals were pretty much gifted to him, but you still have to be in the right place and still have to tuck the ball in the back of the net. And then obviously Cedric Suarez scoring on his debut as well, which was really impressive. Granit Xhaka chipped in, first goal of the season. Really good win, and that's 3 wins in a row now. So it's a majorly confident for the Wolves game now. How pleased have you been with assured Emi Martinez? He said, I said before he played his first game, Emi earned this place here. The way he's been working and preparing himself for a long time, it's been very respectful to the role he had as a number 2. For the circumstances of Burns' injury, he's now number 1. He's performing very well. He's doing his job, and that's what he needs to keep trying to do. And he has been doing his job very well, to be honest with you. Really well. Let me just mute that. I don't know why that's playing. There we go. And he has done his job very well. He's been really impressive, isn't he, Martinez, since he's come into goal. So yeah, really pleased with him. His shot stopping's mad. I can't lie, it just kills the ball dead. Are Wolves still a surprise package? He said, no, I think they've shown the last few years how consistent they've been with their performances, with the group of players, the club, the manager. They've been doing the exact same thing for many years. And you can see the style of play and a very clear identity of what they want to do. They've been recruiting exactly the players they need in every position to do what they want. They're a really difficult side to beat, and they are difficult. And I'm stuck in a house tomorrow with a Wolves fan, so that should be interesting. If we lose, I'm going into hiding. And if we win, he's getting it. Any fresh injury concerns or players returning? He said we had a few issues from last night. Obviously, this was done yesterday, this press conference. I won't mention the names, but obviously we're playing a lot of games in the last few days and some of our players are recovering. We will assess them tomorrow and see who is in the best condition to start and be involved in the game. Interesting that he didn't want to name them. I don't know why he didn't want to name them. I don't know what that's all about, but there you go. What challenge are you expecting? He said, I think the manager has created the perfect environment for the players. I think they didn't have big expectations, but their performances and consistency, they've gained the respect of all the teams in the league. They compete very well. A really clear game plan of how they want to expose the opponent. They're very solid defensively, and with some really good talent in forward positions, they can win the game at any moment. So it'll be a complicated side. And that's true. Wolves are wicked, man. I can't lie. I love watching Wolves. Next question. What has given you such positivity that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will stay? Is there any further update? He said, I don't know. It's just the way I feel, the way I communicate with him, the conversations I have with him, the people around him. And it's the energy that I sense. It's just my opinion. Things change very quickly in football. And if you ask me in that moment about how I feel, about Aubameyang's future. In this moment, I feel like he wants to continue with us and keep developing to help us be a better team. It would be nice if Aubameyang stayed, I can't lie. It would be nice. It's going to cost a lot of money to replace him. Are you seeing signs in the team that will help convince him to stay? He said, I think so. He needs to feel he belongs somewhere and believes we can achieve the goals that he has individually and collectively for a long time. He's very settled in the city. His family are really happy here as well. And I think he's loved, respected and admired by his teammates, which is a huge thing to have in any football club. So that's what gives me positivity as well, because the enjoyment that he's having, the work rate he puts in all the time, and his decision that he makes every time. So that's where my feelings are coming from. Well, listen, let's hope the feelings are right, mate. Because if we can keep Aubameyang, that's a massive, massive boost to this football club. Can you confirm the interest in Thomas Partey? He said, I cannot talk about any interest of players that play for a team that's not ours. Sorry. Do you know what you need to strengthen? He said, I have a very clear plan of the players' positions and the squads, the balance that we need to compete with the rest of the top teams in the country. He was then asked how Sergio Aguero compares to Aubameyang. What a random question that is. Well, they have completely different qualities overall, but the common thing is they have incredible ability to put the ball in the back of the net for sure. Very different characters, very different players, both ruthless to try and keep scoring goals, be annoyed if they don't do so, and an incredible talent to do most things on the football, hardest things on the football pitch, which is scoring goals. Wouldn't it be nice if they played up front together? Real talk. Maybe we could get Aguero. Maybe. You were at Arsenal when Robin van Persie left as captain. How important will it be to keep Aubameyang? When we played, Robin used to be the difference for us every week. I always said he's probably the striker I enjoy playing the most with because of his intelligence, the overall quality of play in any position in and around the field, and as well the quality of his finishing and movement. Now we have the luck of having Aubameyang, a player who can do that at any moment of a game, and we have to feed him and put him in the right positions as much as possible to win us as many games as possible. What do you make of Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore's partnership? They link up. They link well with each other. Their understanding the movement, the patterns that they have, a big threat. I think the way Raul has settled into the country and the player he's become is because of the structure he has in the team and the manager and the players around him. Adama, I know him from Barcelona, his time at Barcelona. He's a player that can unlock a door at any moment of a game. Have you decided whether Mesut Ozil and Guendouzi will be in the squad? It says still to decide. They probably won't be. It's an away game, and we know Ozil gets a nosebleed north of Watford Gap, so he won't be there. How much learning have you done pre and post lockdown? It's been a challenge because so many different things have happened in 6 months. A big lockdown as well. A lot of games when I joined, a lot of games after lockdown. Very little time to train and a lot of issues to be resolved around the team and within the club. But I'm gathering all the information that I can to make the best possible decisions for the future of the club and to try and improve the team as much as possible, to try and get the players that we have in the environment that we have to create our culture, and we're getting there step by step. It's getting better. There's a few more questions, and I'll come back to your comments. Can't see any of them right now. You've used a lot of young players. How close are you to getting the starting 11 that you want? That's a decent question, because for me, he hasn't picked the best starting 11 yet. And he's been here, what, 20 games maybe? He hasn't picked the best one yet. I think this is something that is constant evaluation, because things change very quickly from one week to another. You have to see players' reaction when things are going for them, but also how players react when they have a difficult moment or bad results. It's part of the process that everyone's getting chances. Young players, it's not that I give them the chance. They deserve it with the work they are putting in as well. The academy members have done with their work with them to get ready for the stages that they're on. We're evaluating a lot of things, and at this moment we're trying to get the best possible performances and wins to climb up the table. I think we are 7th, didn't we? Tottenham lost last night, so I think we stay 7th. Does breaking Wolves down pose a big challenge? Before I get into that, do smash the likes up on the video if you haven't already. Nearly 500 people watching this live right now, so do smash the likes up. I would appreciate that, and we'll finish off with the last few questions on here. Yes, I think a lot of teams have struggled to create anything against them. They're really strong defensively, well structured, and there are little spaces to attack. We'll put a plan together to try and hurt them in the right areas, the right spaces, to create the chances we need to win the game. They're as well a team that can counter-attack, and when they are stable in the final third against the opponent, they have players who can hurt you. So you have to be very solid and consistent. A team that doesn't concede many goals, doesn't concede many, always has a good chance to win the game and be top of the table. And this is true. They're still going for top 4, Wolves, and this is not going to be an easy game. If you beat Wolves and Leicester, do you think you're in a chance for a Champions League football? Have you thought about that? But I think about tomorrow, preparing for the best training sessions, going to Wolves, trying to win the game and seeing what happens. At the moment, it's not in our hands to do anything else but win football matches. We have to have the best possible chance and see where we're at in the next 2 or 3 games. Do you look at? Do you not look at the results of teams around you? Of course I do, he said. Is there any more questions? I think there's a few more. Are you surprised how good Adama Traore has been this season? No, I always saw incredible potential. At the moment, he could evolve certain areas of his game that he was unstoppable to play at times. When he gets the service in the right moments and gets isolated, he's a player who's very difficult to defend against. And he's showing that in a more consistent way now. Something which, for a very talented player, is not easy to do. Has the top 6 changed to the top 2 and then the rest? We won't bother reading that out. Will you look to get William Saliba to Colney as soon as possible? Anybody who doesn't know, the French Cup final takes place at the end of this month, and St Etienne are in the final. They wanted us, I think, there was £2.5 million, £2.5 million that we had to pay, or they had to pay. I can't remember how it worked. £2.5 million for him to go and play in that game. So Arsenal just basically pulled the plug on that and said, see you later. So he's not going to play in the final, but that doesn't mean he can play for us. Obviously, he can't do that until next season. But both clubs had some conversations. At the moment, they haven't reached any agreement for him to play in the final. At the end of the day, he's our player. We want the best for him. We want to protect him, and we want him to be in the best possible condition for us when he joins. It's something that's being dealt with at club level. Let's do a few more of these. When he comes in, will you have more? I'll start that again. When he comes in, will you have to more? That makes no sense. That's a typo. That's why I didn't read it right. Would you have to move centre-backs out of the club? Not more centre-backs out of the club. We will see, because Pablo won't be ready to start the season and Callum won't be ready to start the season. We have 9 games left until the end of the season. A lot of things can happen. William has had a lot of issues this season with injuries as well, so it's not been stable in that sense. So we'll wait and see. At the moment, we're going to going to have options, and we'll consider the situation and what's best to do in the future. But we don't have too much stability there at the moment. Would Arsenal have to sell players to bring new ones in? Some of these questions recently have been pretty decent. Normally they just chat waffle, don't they? We don't know how the market's going to be. We're putting different plans together to see what we're going to be able to do. At the moment, uncertainty is still big. The way we finish the season will dictate a lot of things financially, so we have to be patient and see what happens. Will we see 100 million spent by clubs, or will clubs rein it in? Will Chelsea have already spent, what, 70, 80 million, something like that? Right, we'll end up on that Granit Xhaka one afterwards. We're seeing different things. The way Chelsea is dealing with the market is different to the rest at the moment. Bayern Munich as well, been really aggressive, so I don't know. But if you ask me, we cannot be a team that needs to sell our best players to try and bring in and improve the squad, that's for sure. He was then asked about Granit Xhaka. Can Granit be an example to Matteo Guendouzi that there is a way back? We try to deal with every situation individually. We're trying to assess everything that's happened, trying to help the player, trying to improve him, trying to give him the right environment. He's no different to any other player. So any more? I think that's all of it. Yes, that's everything. So we'll get rid of that. We'll go full screen, and we're back. So yeah, not a bad press conference, to be fair. And I don't know where he's getting this confidence from for Aubameyang, unless he knows something that we don't. Because let's be real here. He said about Saka that he was really confident Saka was going to sign, and then he signed. So does he know? Doesn't he know? when he did his interview, I think it was after the game, his post-match press conference the other day, and they said, "Why was you so confident about Saka?" He said, "Because I already knew he'd signed." So maybe, just maybe, Aubameyang might be signing a contract. Who knows? One thing I will say is you don't rate Matteo Guendouzi's attitude, and that's why we haven't seen him in the squad for the last couple of games. Obviously, after the Brighton game and the incident with Malpai, running around telling everyone how rubbish we are, yet he's getting paid 40 bags a week. And do you know what? I said this at the time. As much as I like Guendouzi, and I think he's a quality footballer with a big future, his attitude could sting him. And I rate Arteta for dropping him. Like, literally, bin him into the reserves, sit him on the bench, do whatever for now, because he does need to learn a little bit of respect. You can't be running around telling other professional footballers that you're crap, but I am warning you. Yeah, and we're crap as well. Like, you know, you'll never earn that kind of money in your lifetime, and we're crap. You can't be doing that, man. It's all well and good having a bit of banter and geeing people up and getting into him on the pitch and all that. Can't be running around saying that to players, man. So I do rate Arteta for doing that. And I don't think we're going to see Guendouzi probably again this season. As for Mesut Ozil, I'll be shocked if he's in the squad tomorrow. I'll be absolutely shocked if he's in the squad tomorrow, because I just don't see him playing again this season either. But I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again. But anyway, let's get into some of your comments and questions. Do smash the likes up if you haven't already. 600 odd people watching this live now. So thank you very much for that. Do subscribe as well. Literally about 500 new subscribers in the last couple of days. So massive, massive shout out to all of you. Massive shout out to all the people that that hate on me and promote my channel on Twitter as well. Thank you for that. Maybe that's why the subscribers are going up real quick. Free promotion. Who knows? Or maybe it's because I actually have good content on the channel. Maybe that's a reason. Who knows? One thing I do know is we have gone up a lot of subscribers recently. So thank you very much for that. I do always appreciate that. And do share the stream around if you haven't. And do download HOTMIC. I'll be on there tomorrow for the watch along. So yeah, do go and check that out if you haven't. I've fully missed a member of the channel who's just signed up. It's gone off the screen. So let me go and find you real quick, buddy. And then we'll read some of these comments out. Jamel, back again. Big up yourself, Jamel. But yes, let's get into these comments and questions. It's funny. Do you know what? Tottenham lost a game yesterday, and I said this so many times on this channel this season. Arsenal's biggest wins are other teams' losses. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Tottenham are below us. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, who cares? We're 8th, and we 9th, 7th, whatever it is. So if we ended up finishing 7th and Tottenham finished 8th, are we all going to laugh at Tottenham? Why don't we start looking at ourselves? Yeah, I couldn't care about that club at all. But in answer to your Jose question, I would still take Jose Mourinho at Arsenal right now. Yeah, that is exactly who we needed at this football club. Somebody who can come in and shake it up. But people will laugh. That's what Arsenal fans do. Let's all laugh at everybody else while our house ain't in order. It's not for me, mate. Yeah, I'll start laughing when we're sat top of the table. Until then, I don't think we're in a position to laugh and take the piss out of any other teams, really, if I'm honest. Yeah, when we've got our house in order, then I feel we'll be in a position to go and laugh at everyone else. Until then, yeah, why are we laughing at Tottenham? They're like, what, 1 point behind us? Who cares? We're shit. We've played shit all season. Yeah, and we shouldn't be sitting there laughing at others, mate. That's how I look at it. If we're top of the table, like Liverpool, then feel free to laugh at every team below you. You've won a title. You're current champions of Europe until the end of this season. So they can sit and laugh at other teams. But when we've been crap all season, I don't feel we're in a position to sit and laugh at everyone, man. But that's just me. Whatever floats your boat. But there we go. Big up, my boy. How's Tricks, baby? How's Tricks? Hopefully your fellow countrymen don't score any goals against us tomorrow, mate, and hopefully we'll win the game. I am kind of confident for this game, but I was confident last year going there, and we ended up getting done 3-1. So I hope you're well, though, mate. Afternoon, Dr. Viraj. Hi, Lee. Hope you're well. Do you think Arsenal will sign another midfielder other than Thomas Partey? If so, who do you think they will sign? Well, listen, I do think we will get Thomas Partey. Said that for a couple of months now. I didn't at the very beginning. I thought he might go to Barcelona, but the last couple of months, so I'm kind of coming around to the fact that we could end up with Thomas Partey. But I don't know who else we could get. We're linked with a couple of other players. Mark Roja, we're linked to him. Carlos Soler, we're linked to him. So I don't know, mate. But I do think if Guendouzi goes, we will go and get another midfielder other than Partey. But maybe one of them two, perhaps. Nathan, big up yourself. The thing is, everyone says Mourinho is finished, but look at what he's won. Our fans prefer Arteta, who's in his first job. That's because, mate, everyone's got their own opinion. I hope you're well, mate. Everyone's got their own opinion, granted, but the only reason people don't like Jose is because he slagged Arsenal off. Well, he had every right to slag Arsenal off. He was Chelsea manager. Why do people care so much? You know, it's like when people sit and slag me off. Like, I just went on Twitter a minute ago. It's funny as fuck. Seriously, it's hilarious. It's like, you man are bored. Yeah, I actually genuinely get under your skin that much that you have to tweet about me all the time. And it's like, same with Jose Mourinho. He slags Arsenal off. He slagged Arsene Wenger off. He called him a specialist in failure. And then all of a sudden, everyone just hates Jose Mourinho. We've got to hate him. We've got to hate him. Well, listen, he's a top quality football manager. Yeah, and he's one of the most decorated football managers ever. So, yeah, let's just have a bit of perspective on it. He's the manager of Tottenham, which is, you know, fucking... Bye, mate. Yeah, you're now done. You're dead to me, bruv. But I would have had him at Arsenal. I still would have him at Arsenal, if I'm honest. But at the same time, why do people get so wound up by other people? I genuinely don't get it. Like, why would you get so pissed off about what Jose thinks of Arsenal? As long as you know what you think, what does it matter? No, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. But there we go. What do I know? How many signings do you think we need this summer, and how many signings do you think we'll actually make? Does Zoolander have a future with us? What do you reckon, Jade? Does Zoolander have a future with us?
Absolutely not mine.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for your donation as well, Samson. Appreciate that. How many signings do I think we'll make? Firstly, Zoolander don't. How many signings do I think we'll make? I think we'll make maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3. And I think we need about 6, mate, if I'm honest. But that's not including Saliba. So 3 after that, obviously, Saliba's coming in. But yeah, I think we need about 6, if I'm honest. Get rid of some of the ones that are there and then replace them with a bit better quality. But yeah, that's just me, mate. Please beat Wolves. I'm a United fan. How much do you think we'll spend? Afternoon, AO. Hope you well. How much do I think we will spend? Good question. Probably about, I'd say roughly about 100 million. I do think we're going to spend money. Whether that depends on us selling players to do that or not, I still think it'll be around 100 million. Love the top. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I can't lie. These new tops are nice, man. They're proper all right, aren't they? They're not bad at all. Who do you think we're going to sign this summer? Thomas Partey, definitely. I think that's going to happen. Other than that, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it? Because, you know, Upamecano, maybe. Carlos Soler, just mentioned him. Mark Roja. I don't know, man. There's so many players. Ryan Fraser's still available. Willian's still available. People keep telling me Willian's finished and he's crap. But did you see his 2 goals the other day? That second one was unreal, that free kick. I'd take Willian in a heartbeat. So I don't know, man. There's a couple of free signings. Thiago Silva's another one. He's a free signing. Don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. But there you go. Afternoon, Elias. Not saying we're going to win, but I'm worried about Adama. Kieran Tierney will put him in the Tesco carrier bag. Big up Lee Kante guy. Bruv, Adama's going to get put in the bin tomorrow, mate, because we've got a proper left back, proper fullback at this football club who knows how to defend. And tomorrow, Kieran Tierney's going to bully him, bruv. Yeah, and he will back pocket him. He'll be in his pocket. Dominic Schloberschlei. That's another one. That's another one we've been linked with a lot. Awar or Schloberschlei. I'd take either of them. I think Awar is a lot better footballer right now in terms of where he has got to in his development. But listen, they're both quality, man. I'll take either of them. Do smash the likes up if you haven't already. 700 people watching this live. Pirate King says Tierney versus Traore is getting me all excited. Bruv, go toilet and get some tissue, bruv. Yeah, clean that shit up. We can't be having no mess around here, boy. Yeah, it's one for you, Jay. Megan Fox or Jessie J?
Megan Fox. Transformers.
Yeah. There you go.
Many good nights with that one.
Big up my boy Connor. I hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. If you could sign 2 centre backs, realistically, who are you getting? Nathan Aki and Upamecano, mate, both of them. Although that's probably not realistic, but there you go. Big up my boy Tyrone. Thank you for your donation, mate. What's happened to Torreira? He's still not fit, mate, apparently. They're waiting to see if the bone is fully healed. But that was the last update. He didn't mention him in this one, obviously. But the last update was that he's been training, but they're waiting for the final assessment on him, final scan to make sure the bone's fully healed. So yeah, man. Hopefully he'll be back very soon. Let's do a couple more and I'm getting out of here. Couple more. Do you think Aubameyang will stay? I hope so, but I don't think so, mate, if I'm honest. If only 3 players leave, who would you ditch? Zoolander, the fraud at number 10, and the Failbanian. Them 3. In any particular order. I'm not fussy. But there we go. I'm going to end on this question. Does 5th get Champions League? Not unless Man City get banned from Europe. And I'll leave it on that one. Nike or Adidas, bruv. Adidas, wrong side. The camera's the opposite way. I do it every time. But yeah, Adidas, all day long. Nike are dead, bruv. Adidas. They do the best trainers as well, Adidas. So yeah, man. Although you're a bit of a Nike fan in there. Yeah. But anyway, on that note, I will be back a little bit later. I'm not quite sure what time it'll be because I do have to make a 140-mile drive back to Wolverhampton. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mission driving back up the M1. But there we go. It is what it is. So maybe 9 o'clock, but I will be doing my preview then. I ain't going to obviously make it for a 5 p.m. stream now. But about 9 o'clock, I'll be doing my preview and my starting 11 for the game tomorrow. Tomorrow, same as the other day, I won't be doing a separate video for starting 11 and then a watch along. I'll just be going live an hour and 5 to hour and 10 minutes before kickoff. So you'll get the starting 11 whilst watching the same stream for the watch along afterwards. So make sure you download HOTMIC, link in the description. No, Connor, I'm in Camden, mate. I'm in Camden. Camden Town, baby. Seatown, North Wheezy and all that one. But yeah, man, make sure you download HOTMIC and I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.